would too.
Well, guys, ladies, what are you reading lately? Anybody got a good book to recommend, or?
The best book I have read in a long time is The Help.
Oh, I was just going to say that
sorry,
I
I
love
stole your
that book.
book.
No, I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
Beautifully written, a wonderful story.
Yeah. And I couldn't put it down. Who is it by? Who is it by?
Catherine Stockton?
Yes.
Catherine Stockton. Yeah, I got that on my Kindle, and I read it like on a road trip.
What's it about?
It's about an African American woman in Mississippi in the 1950s, just as late 1950s, early 60s, just as things are changing, and it's also about a white woman who grew up with an African American maid, and so it's the maid society and the white society.
Oh, thus the help.
Thus the help.
Okay.
And they end up writing a book together about what it's like to be a maid in this small town in Mississippi.
Oh wait, in the book they're writing it, or
yes, in the book they're writing, which of course is something you just don't do, because you don't tell the truths about the people you work for, and for me it was a story about how we changed and the things that happened on the cusp of the civil rights movement, but it was also the way she spooled it out. It made you turn the page. It made you want to keep reading. I was totally obsessed with that book.
And it had a lot of humor in it. It wasn't, severe. There's one scene. I think there's a movie coming out from this book, but there's one scene I can't wait to see where this one woman wakes up and there's all these potties on her front lawn.
Yes.
All these
Potties?
toilets.
Oh,
yeah,
toilets.
you got to read the book.
Yeah,
it's practical
very
joke.
good.
But it's about the birth of a writer and, goodbye to segregation and all the adjustments in society. But it also makes the point that these stories were not told. They were not reported.
They're women's stories. That's one of the things that makes the point. I mean, even the young white girl is trying to be an editor. She has one person at Random House in New York who's a woman who is encouraging her, but everybody else in the editing world is men. So she's trying to be an editor. She's trying to do something that's worthwhile, and the maid stories are all women's stories. It's all they don't necessarily see the men. They see the women in their household and the women that they interact with, and those stories weren't heard.
Is this an older woman? Did she actually live through?
No. It's fiction.
It's a fictional creation, but she really seems to, have the tone down.
Research.
Yeah, everybody's voices, and you feel like you want to read it to the end. So we recommend The Help.
I'm reading the Sugar Addict's Total Recovery Guide.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is it doing any good?
It is.
Okay.
Are you allowed to have honey, or do they want to wean you from all sugar?
She tries to wean you gradually. She basically, I think a lot of sugar addicts in general are overeaters because it affects your brain like heroin. Because there's the high and then there's the crash and then you want more.
Well, ladies, we've talked about politics, plastic surgery, sugar addiction, the power of personality, and women are exciting. We're on the scene. We're going to get judged. We have a slightly different path, but it's an interesting story. So, do you have anything to add to that?
See you next time.
Just kidding. I think that's going to do it. No, stay tuned for next time. We're going to have a year's worth of wonderful shows, great topics, great women. So stay tuned.
Thank you for joining us at AWJ-TV, Chicago, at beautiful Catalyst Ranch. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks.